Hey, this is Dude462 here, and I'm going to be showing you my frog deck. I run 3 Substoads. Substoad is the main engine for the deck. It's pretty good because it has 2000 defense with a really good base defense, and it can tribute any monster I control to bring in a fur card, and that's any frog monster. It's 1 star, so it's 1 for winnable, and it's a water type, so I can use Aegis of the I think Ocean Lord, and I can use Wetlands with it. Next, I run 3 Dupe Frogs. They're pretty good because they help bring out Death Frog. They're searchers. They have 2000 defense, and they can be used as a lock with Substoad. Next is 2 Swat Frogs. Swat Frog is very good because it allows you to get out monsters very quickly. It has 1000 base attack, which is pretty good for a frog, and is wetlandsable, and can help you get your Treeborns to grave, your Ronin Toads to grave, and other frogs that you might want in the grave. 2 Ronin Toads. Now, Ronin Toad is a newer card, and it's going to be very abusable in this deck, because you can replay 1 frog monster, special summon it, so instant tribute for a frog monster, or and it's also treated as Death Frog, so you can also use it with Death Croaking. One of the problems with it though is you cannot synchro summon with it, which is a bit annoying. 1 Treeborn. Now I only use 1 Treeborn because I see 2 Treeborn as a bit too. You get too much dead draws, and you can only have 1 Treeborn face up on the field, so I don't really see the point in this deck. And also, since I use Wetlands is usually face up on the field, I don't get Treeborn as much as I'd like. Next is 2 Dandelions. Now, Dandelion's a very good card. You can discard it with 1 for 1 and get a Substoad, and then get 2 tokens, so you can then tribute them. Or you can just tribute it with Substoad by itself, and you'll get 3 frogs altogether. And they're a great synchro fodder. 2 Mother Grizzlies. Mother Grizzly is the searcher of this deck, and I also can ram with it, and it basically just acts as synchro fodder, and just for searching out Substoad or any other frog I need. 2 Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron is helpful with bringing back Substoad and then tributing it itself to bring out a frog, or synchroing with it, or bring back Dupe Frog and then synchroing with it to get a +1 off of it. And whenever you synchro for Junk Warrior with it, and there's face-up frogs and wetlands, Junk Warrior just gets bumped up like 5,000 on average. 2 Death Frogs. I don't use Death Frogs as I usually just use them as synchro fodder, mainly because they're 5 stars, easy synchro with Junk Synchron and my other tuners. Has 19 it's a 1900 beat stick, which isn't too good for a 5 star, but it's usually not face up on the field for too long. I don't usually use Death Croaking with Death Frog. I usually use it with Trolling Toad, or Dupe Frog, mainly because these are just synchro fodder. Now my other tuner is Fishbrook Blaster. These are the main tuners of the deck. You can discard one water type monster to special summon this card from the graveyard. You can also and you also have to control a face up water monster that's level 3 or lower. But what's cool about it is you can discard itself to special summon itself. It's a 1-star tuner, which is really abusable with Death Frog and with all my other frogs. Though it's a fish, so you can't use Wetlands with it. 2 Submarine Frogs. Submarine Frog acts as the beat stick of this deck. It's a breaker and is bumped up to 24 with Wetlands. So usually with 2 of these on the field, I can just really do some damage. 1 Unifrog. I used to be running 2 Unifrog, but Two Frog is helpful, but it's just not as consistent because like Dandelion, Submarine Frog, and there's other frogs that are better. I run one mainly just because it can destroy spell traps and it can attack directly. It's swept up to 1600 with wetlands, and can attack directly, so it's a pretty good just piercer. One Starboy. Starboy helps because it's gonna bump up all my frogs, and it's used with wetlands. I can get it with Mother Grizzly. I can use it with Mariah Grade. A pretty helpful card. One Flip Flop. Flip Flop is helpful because I can flip it, return like on average three monsters to their opponent's hand, and really screws them up. Two Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice helps because late game I can just bring it all back in my deck and draw 2 cards. 3 Wetlands. Wetlands helps because it can bump up all my frogs by 1200, and it'll make them into all beat sticks. Pretty good field card in this deck. 1 Terraforming. Terraforming is pretty good just to search out my wetlands, and that's about it. 2 Death Scraping, just to blow up my opponent's out of the field. Though you have to have 3 Death Frogs on the field, you have Dupe Frog, Death Frog, and Rolling Toad to count as Death Frogs. 1 for 1. It sucks because this is limited, because it's a very good card in this deck. Just discard any monster and grab a level 1 monster. So I can grab Substitute, or I can grab Treeborn, or Fishborn Blaster. 2 Murray of Greed. Murray of Greed, I can put 2 water monsters back in my deck and draw 3. So put like some frogs back in my deck that I need to get out, and then draw 3. 1 Salvage. Salvage is helpful, just late game, grab what I need, and it's a +1. 1 Aegis. Aegis helps with Mirror Force, Rental, Lightning. There's many cards that just flip. It's all my frogs are unaffected by it, just can't be destroyed. And finally, 1 Threatening. Threatening Wars is a staple just for defense. And that is my frog deck. Thanks for watching.